Good evening, Facebook world, land, family. That's a good one. Welcome to the Davises. Chili is on his way. He had to run and turn the TV off.
So Peebles. Good evening, Peebles.
Momentarily, there he is. I was stalling for effect.
Yeah.
So most of you watching probably know who we are, but I'm Nikki.
Chili.
Yeah, it's a nickname. Story for another night, maybe. That's kind of how today's been. Yeah, between remote working and remote learning and
working.
And yeah, you get to go to work. So welcome to Thursday night. One more day to the weekend. We're good.
So my weekend starts now.
I know, you're off tomorrow because
it's deer season.
It is deer season in Illinois where we live.
Shotgun deer season.
Yes. So in preparation of deer season, that means we have to eat last year's.
We get to. You don't have to.
Well,
we get to because I was lucky enough to get one last year.
I know, and the year before you didn't get any. You actually got a few last year. So
2.
So I am preparing for you my last. You'll have to get another one or 2 or 3. Venison loin, and we're going to pan-sear that with a little bit of a pan sauce that I created the first year you went deer hunting because I had to figure out
the deer.
Oh man, I will tell you that story and never again. You are lucky that I grew up learning how to do that kind of crap.
Sure.
Because Chili brought the damn thing home. I'm surprised it didn't have its coat on it.
Nope, we strip them down quick.
That was a story.
That didn't take any time at all.
That I thank God my dad and my grandpa were still with me then because it took all of us to get this stinking thing done. Because guess what you did the day after?
I slept.
No, you went to work.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You had to go back to work. That's the story for maybe another night.
When I'm not here.
That was also about 20 years ago.
Close to.
So I kept you. It's all good.
Yeah.
So we're doing that. And because Thanksgiving is next week, we are going to do just kind of a basic creamy mashed potatoes and talk about that process. Because that's a pretty common, certainly in the Midwest, a common side dish for Thanksgiving. But we've got a little bit of a play on surf and turf. So we've got the hoof.
Got a hoof.
With deer.
Hoof and tail.
And tail with
shrimp
cocktail.
Shrimp cocktail.
So we're actually going to make that last because if we don't, we're going to sit here and eat it all and then not have any left for dinner.
I will eat it all.
But we'll do shrimp cocktail as a starter. We'll make it last.
Yep.
We'll do the venison pan-seared with some.
What else do we do?
We
always make something else too.
We drink.
That's right.
You mix.
I mix. So we're going to make a bourbon sweet tea for those of us. A little bit of a southern thing and a little bit of just a lot of a southern thing, actually.
Well, we're kind of in that Midwest southern area of the world right now. So you want to do that first? Need a drink?
I always need a drink in the evenings.
So I am going to shift. And hey, Jamie, thanks. That was one thing that I didn't pay somebody else to do. I actually did that one myself.
The colors?
The colors, yeah. Hey, Mitch. Glad you made it so you can watch me fix my venison. And Miss Jill, and of course my mother.
Hey, I need some ice, please.
Ice, please. Ice, please. I was going to shift it to Action Cam so they can...
Oh, well, you can do
I'll do that after I get you some ice.
Give me some ice first.
So they can watch you up close and personal.
Oh, my.
Ice, please. There you go.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to shift and we're going to maneuver. And there we go. All right, so give me un momento while
Uno momento.
Oh, we need to talk about that too. Hang on.
What?
My box that's sitting here that my camera...
we can do that in a minute. So...
Sorry, I'm kind of readjusting.
You're fine. Take your time.
Okay,
we're going to go this is a really simple... Use decent bourbon.
We're good. Okay.
It's good stuff. If you saw my Facebook post last night, there's a little bit gone out of that from where we started yesterday.
Just a little.
And just pour a nice amount of bourbon.
Oh, do you want some lemon? I'll cut up a lemon real fast.
A little bit of lemon. A little garnish to make it colorful.
You want... I'll do this way.
And then we made sweet tea. So Nikki mixed up some simple syrup for us. And as you guys know, simple syrup is just 50% sugar, 50% water. Throw it in the microwave, let it warm up, and
let the sugar melt.
let the sugar melt.
And I use cold brew tea bags, so I had to make the simple syrup to make it all work.
Yeah.
Do you want a
cold
squeeze
tea
of...
doesn't suck in the sugar like warm tea does, hot tea.
Hang on. You want a squeeze of lemon in yours too?
Hell no. I just want a little garnish on the side.
Oh, well, here's a little garnish on the side. I'm going to squeeze lemon into mine.
There's my little...
Man, that went together fast. There you go.
Doesn't take long.
I probably should have showed them how I did that, but oh well.
It's okay.
So cut circles and then cut the edge so you can...
Yeah. So
mine's going to fall in. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So there we go. Oh, that's good.
That's yummy.
Yeah.
Very yummy.
There we go. So we want to look at this big box that you got here?
I do. I switched this back to this camera. But...
Oh, shame on you.
I'll switch it back.
Switch me back so I can go.
We need a controller.
We need a third person.
We need a third person.
We have a third person. She just doesn't want to participate.
I know. Okay.
So,
it's fine. You'll have to watch that. Yeah.
Limped a little bit there.
Okay. So while you're looking at this nice box, one of my girlfriends, who I don't see on yet, Stephanie, some of you know who that is, hooked me into a Facebook Live session the other night with Buy Fresh, Buy Local Illinois, and with the Homestead Bakery in Arthur, Illinois.
Yep.
And there were a handful of us watching, and it was really well done, and it was just kind of what to expect this winter season with local ag all over the state, not just here. So to incent people to watch, they were giving this lovely box of goodies away, and guess who won? And it showed up a day later.
2 days later.
2 days later. And we ate part of the snickerdoodles already. Yeah. And they're really good. So, just that's pumpkin butter. Butter? A shout out, really, because this is really well packaged.
It is.
And they do this. They will ship these to you, and they will ship these if you want to gift one to somebody else. But it's really well done.
Yeah, and you don't have to get this specific gift. You could get any number of items.
Yeah, they have other things on their website.
And you just go to the Homestead Bakery and search them out on the Googles. They're out there.
So I was really impressed, and if everything else is as good as the snickerdoodles, I can't even say that. So I just wanted to give them a little bit of a shout out, and we do that sometimes when we have cool things.
And when we get some sponsorships of any kind at all whatsoever.
Well, this was not one of those, but
I know.
But when I run across cool things, I share them.
If they want to sponsor us,
well, if I eat any more of those snickerdoodles, then
they can reach out to either one of us regarding sponsorships. We'll take it.
Sponsorship crazy. So I'm going to take another drink, and then we're going to move in on this venison.
Damn Skippy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm going to start the venison. This is really just barely over. Good. It is good. Barely over a pound of venison.
That was a small deer.
Yeah, this was the small one, and this was my last one. I'm going to give you that a little bit in the shot. So on the deer, these would be that way, cut in half for packaging. And it's barely over a pound. But venison, especially the loin, is pretty rich. So I don't eat a lot of it when I cook it. And Phoebe won't eat a lot of it just in general. So that's plenty for us.
I eat a lot of it. It's my favorite part.
Now, here's the deal with venison. And if any of you are used to cooking with it, if you've got hunters in the family, you'll know this. Yeah. It's really very lean.
It is.
So I always add fat to it. And even when we have burger processed, they add essentially lard to it. So it's got some fat in it.
Mm-hmm. And they'll also mix it if you want.
Yeah.
Where I get it processed at it.
Oh, up in Ashley?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when you cook it, you have to kind of keep that in mind. It's not going to cook like regular
It's not going to cook
beef.
like cow.
Yeah, like cow, because cow's quite a bit fattier. So I've never had any cut off of a deer that hasn't been super, super lean. Now, what that means, it's better for you, but it's still technically red meat. So if you like your red meat, it might be a better option. Well, it is a better option, but
Yeah, it is.
we like beef too. So
Yeah, we like beef.
So I always add either lard or bacon fat or butter, depending on what I'm making.
The third most likely.
Tonight, we're adding butter, but only because of the sauce that I'm making. It makes it a little bit richer of a sauce.
Yeah, rich on rich on rich.
Rich on rich on rich.
That's right.
There we go. So we're going to shift gears. And if you guys have questions,
pop some questions up. Let us know that we're still broadcasting. And
or if something goofy happens, like the audio goes, ooh, I'm going to need more butter.
I'll get it for you.
Thank you. Everybody always likes my little butter thingy. There's oh, you guys can't see that. The brand name is, it's Kitchen Art. I found it by accident on Amazon a few years ago, and they still have them. But every time I use this, somebody asks me about it. So, okay, so we're going to put roughly 2 tablespoons of butter, not quite, in there.
Here's your another butter.
Thank you. Then I will just put the end of the butter in there, so you can put that butter in there.
Working on it.
Yeah. So I'm using cast iron, which means you're going to, thank you, you're going to hear it sizzle. But I do that because I want the venison to sear, and if you use a nonstick pan, it's not going to sear quite like I want it to. So I've got, again, roughly 2 tablespoons. I'm trying to move it over. I think my stove's off level.
It is.
Don't grab the handles on your cast iron pans. Like this handle gets hot. It's cast iron, so be careful. This will not take long. So we're going to get it started. And we're going to give it a good sear, and then we're going to turn the heat down. Now, if I had a larger hunk of meat, I would start it in this cast iron and stick it in the oven to finish it. These don't take long. Would you deposit that into the sink, please?
Will do. I got you.
Okay. I was just going to turn it back so they don't have to look at the
They don't have to get hungry.
deer cooking.
There we go.
We can talk about, so let's talk about Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving is going to be kind of different this year for a lot of folks. Yeah. We're usually a small group anyway, so it's not a huge difference for us. Yeah. But so what are your plans for Thanksgiving?
And if you don't want to tell us in the Facebook police, we understand.
That's true too.
So if you're having it with your pets and the people that live in your household, okay. If you're having it with some close family members, okay. If you're having it with 60 people,
don't tell us.
Don't tell us.
No.
Tell us that you're having it with your cat, Siamese cat, or tell us that you're going to a funeral or something like that.
Oh,
there's the meme on.
I know on Facebook that. Yeah, I got it.
I think that's funny.
So yeah, tell us what you're doing. I think we lost our commenters. Maybe.
Yeah, they all just left. I'll go check my phone. All of our commenters have decided not to.
We ran them off already.
They saw that liquor and they were like,
Maybe they ran to the liquor store. Hey, there's one. Yeah. Good evening. I heard that.
Sorry.
It's this is true. Our new kitty cats at Grandma's house are going to have turkey for the first time this year, and I suspect they're going to like that turkey. But a lot of people are doing smaller gatherings, which means smaller turkeys or something other than turkey altogether. Yeah. And venison would be a good other than turkey.
Well, Cornish game hens would be good. Mm-hmm. If you still want the bird, or you go ham, even. There's all sorts.
Mitch is ordering takeout.
Ordering takeout, that'd be good.
Hey, Jennifer. Cooking, of course, I would expect nothing less. We really shouldn't both drink at the same time because then nobody's talking.
Oh, it's so fine. They'll understand it's bourbon and sweet tea.
This is true. Okay, so these guys are working. I am going to create a pan sauce out of black currant jelly.
Black currant jelly.
If you don't have black or red currant jelly or can't find it, it's not always easy to find. This was like a world market find.
Grape
Works fine. I've used grape in a pinch.
Welch's.
Preferably in our house, it's Welch's grape.
Welch's, not Smucker's, that crap.
But black currants are not quite as sweet as grape jelly would be. And I use balsamic vinegar and some sort of red wine. And tonight, because I have a Marsala bottle open, that's what we're going to use.
Oh, those look good. Let's show people what those look like now.
All right, then.
Look at those.
I need
this. Look at those. See those little sear marks? It's warm.
Yeah, it is warm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let me see. I've forgotten what I've done with all my platters.
Oh, there we go. Jennifer's doing dry brined turkey, roasted vegetables with drippings.
Yum.
Smashed roasted potatoes, cranberries, real and fake cranberries. There you go.
Yeah, there's like this whole debate over cranberry sauce out of a can versus the real stuff. And I got to tell you, I'm a jelly cranberry out of a can, even with the ridges kind of person. Yeah, I don't know. It's just left over from childhood, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, we're going to let those go. And I will get started on mashed potatoes. Thank you.
Maybe.
Did you? I didn't do it.
I must not have hit it.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
There. Mashed taters. They can't see in that. They still can't see in it.
Can't see in it. So, here.
I can get this camera over here.
And just hold it, I guess.
And move it.
We'll see if that will work. I don't want to overheat the GoPro, though.
It'll be fine.
That works fine. Okay. So in here, I have yellow potatoes, gold potatoes, because if you do mashed potatoes, you want to make them out of yellow, not russet.
Nope, not white potatoes.
No. These will cream up a lot better. I these days cook mine in my pressure cooker. I can actually, would you hand me a plate? I'm gonna take the venison out of the pan now and just keep it warm. Just one of those plastic ones is fine. Because it's about done, and we'll get mashed potatoes going, and then we'll move back to the sauce. Thank you. I don't want it to overdo it.
I don't either.
Okay. We'll turn that off in a minute. Okay. So back to the mashed potatoes. I do mine in the Instant Pot, and this size potato took about 12 minutes on high pressure, so it doesn't take long, and certainly not as long as boiling a potato this size. For a small batch of mashed potatoes, just for the family, I cook them in their jackets, let them cool, and then peel them after they cook. Reason I do that is because inside their jacket, they're going to remain creamier after you mash them. That said, if I'm making a huge amount, I peel them first because it's a whole lot easier to do it. I also don't cut them. I want everything to boil just kind of as it came out of the ground. Thank you. Because it's a creamier consistency. So we're going to turn the heat on this because these are seriously cooled off now. And I don't have a lot in here. This is going to, come on. There we go. Feed us tonight and probably lunch tomorrow. So we're going to use a couple tablespoons. That seems to be the going theme for the night. A couple tablespoons of butter.
Yep. Butter. Everything's better with butter.
Or bacon, or both.
Or both.
And a very big fat pinch
salt.
Of salt. And that's like a teaspoon. Well, here's the deal. Potatoes soak up the salt and they need it. So that's what we do. We're going to let that butter melt. We're going to use whole milk. And that's really about it. I was going to let that butter melt a little bit, though. because when you mash them, you want to mash it all kind of together. And it's okay if you overcook a little bit. I would err on the side of overcooking than undercooking a potato to mash it.
Makes it easier.
Oh, well, yeah. And it tastes better.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to let those heat up. Now, if I had already peeled these and then cooked them, I would just do all this at once right out of the Instant Pot.
But we're doing this live for you.
Yeah. I don't know. I might need some more butter. If you wanted to add pepper or white pepper, you could. I'm not going to because I'll have plenty of that in the sauce. But if you wanted to add sour cream, you could. Garlic. I mean, they'll take anything you want that seems like it might taste good.
Potatoes are just a vessel for other deliciousness.
This is true. And we're going to start with about half a cup of milk and see how that gets us. Now, I don't blend mine. Actually, don't put these in the blender. They'll turn into glue. But some people will stick their immersion blender down in here to kind of break them up. I don't. We like them a little bit on the lumpier side. But once you get them all mashed, I'm making a lot of noise here, guys. Sorry.
You are. That's okay.
Then you can start whipping them around. And I'm going to actually switch spoons to do that. Because when I whip them, I use a spoon. Ta-da! Thank you.
I'll take that.
And my handles are... It's kind of that easy. We like them a little on the lumpy side, so that's a personal preference. If you do like them a little bit creamier, go ahead and stick that immersion blender down in here, which I can do just to show you what it would do. But
I mean, anybody could just look at us and see that we like things on the lumpy side.
oh, Jesus. I'm a little on the lumpy side. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm telling you. You and I both.
Right? Immersion blender you can control a little bit better than a
stick blender or hand blender?
Well, that's what an immersion blender is.
A stick blender, yeah, but I'm
better than a blender. Now, some people also will put their potatoes through a food mill.
What?
A food mill.
What the hell is a food mill?
I don't have one handy.
Just
or a potato ricer.
Use your blender.
So this will cream them up a little bit more, and you can control it, and you don't get the glue that a blender will do. And you'll still get some lumps in there, but that's all I'm going to do because there you go.
All right, I'm going to stir.
Chili's going to stir. I'm going to taste the ones that I just took out of there on the blender. And mashed potatoes will sit stovetop and keep warm for a while. They might need more salt. Yeah, maybe not. Hard to tell.
All right. There's that mac and cheese in the fridge. There's salt, pepper, all that other wonderfulness.
Mm-hmm. While you're doing that, put the milk up.
Is that?
I mean, it's that easy. It's potatoes and milk and butter and salt. If you wanted a little heat, add some pepper. What?
This.
Moving.
So we're back to
okay.
Big screen here.
A little on the lumpy side, but again, personal preference. If you don't like them that way, then you keep mashing.
Yep.
So those are going to sit.
What's next? Sauce?
Pan sauce after I find my drink. And maybe a quick read through the comments.
No, we're not telling anybody about that pan. That pan's nice.
That pan?
Yeah, the pan the potatoes are in.
Well, I can tell people the brand of that pan. And it...
It's just your mama.
Oh, I'll tell you later. Let's see. All right. So let's do pan sauce. Yeah, too hot to handle.
Here's the things over here.
Well, hand it to me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So in here, we have the butter and a little bit of the drippings from the
Venison.
Sorry, I'm trying to get that to where you guys can see it. There we go. Close enough.
Perfect.
Okay. To that, I'm going to add just enough flour to
make a roux.
Make a little bit of a roux so we don't have like a watery sauce.
Yeah. I knew the term. We're making a roux. We make roux all the damn time.
Well, because it's the basic building block for any kind of sauce or gravy.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you know how to make one, guess what you can make?
You can make gravy. Or sauce.
We're going to whisk that together.
Here, knock it off of here.
It's okay.
I didn't want it to burn.
Well, no, I know. Thank you. And see, there's not much butter in there, so you don't need much flour. And we're going to let that sit. And we're going to pour about a 1/4 cup of wine.
What kind of wine?
This is just kind of your average, ordinary Marsala. I use it in Italian food a lot, but
yeah,
it's open and I'm using it.
And it's there.
We're going to crank this up so we get a little bit of a
caramelization.
Yeah. Now, if you wanted to add mushrooms,
we don't do that here at this household.
We could do that here at this household. Chili doesn't like mushrooms, so we're not. We're going to add a little bit of balsamic vinegar, maybe a teaspoon, half a teaspoon, thereabouts. That will give it some acid and cut the sweetness of the jelly so you get more flavor and less sweet. And we're going to do a big
glopping,
heaping, sort of a tablespoon of that. And then we're going to lick the spoon because it's really good. But again, if you don't have the currant or can't find it, grape will work just as fine, yeah.
Don't use any strawberry jelly on this.
No, you want something that's going to go with the wine that you use, really is what you're looking for. Yep, that's it. Right there. So now what we're going to do...
Do we need to turn it off? Or?
You need to turn it down. I might need to put some more wine in it just to... We're going to put our venison loins back in it.
Let them soak.
We're going to take all of this lovely dripping that came off of those venison loins in it. We're going to turn it way, way down.
It's on low.
And we're going to unearth a lid that will sort of fit that pan. And we're going to cover it. Close enough. And we're going to let it go.
Government work.
Let that venison continue to cook. And we're going to come back and visit with you guys. Oh, thanks, Jennifer. Yeah. It is...
We got the hoof done.
Hoof's done.
Drinks done.
Drinks are done.
Taters are done. What are we missing?
We're missing here. I was going to show them the bottom of the pans. So they are Analon. I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe. And I have a whole set. They are not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. And
these were.
Yeah, but I'm not going to tell that story live. What I do love about them is when you look at any pan that you guys probably have where it connects the handle to the pan or handles to the pan. On these pans, these are inset, so they're easier to clean. Yeah. And on other pans that I have, they're not. They're just kind of, rivets.
Hanging out.
These are kind of the commercial for residential use pans, and I really, really like them. They are nonstick, like truly nonstick. Not nonstick that you buy at a big box store that wears off after a while.
Yeah, whatever that means.
Well, anybody who's bought a nonstick pan knows what that means if you use it long enough. One thing I did learn, though, this week, always learning, is if you have a nonstick pan, don't use cooking spray. Like, well, cooking spray. Because the residue from the cooking spray, aerosol specifically, but I would assume all cooking sprays will build up on the pan and
degrade the nonstick.
Yeah, degrade the nonstick. I didn't know that, so I've had to kind of unlearn some things with these pans because I want to keep them. So, my tip for the day, and we are going to work on just the tip and the tail. We work on some shrimp cocktail.
Yeah, cocktails.
Oh, and I'm going to give away Graham's.
Nope. Not Graham's.
Aunt Jean's?
Yeah, Aunt Jean.
Well, you can tell them who Aunt Jean is.
My great aunt, Jean Holloman. We're giving away the secret sauce, the cocktail sauce. Whoa, you almost made a mess there.
Well, I'm used to that.
Yeah. Do I need to change the...
Yeah, if you want.
Go to Action Cam?
If you want.
Yeah, all right.
All right. So
we have the family recipe from Southern Alabama for cocktail sauce, which is, it's probably better than any of the cocktail sauces
hands down,
you'll find anywhere around here.
And I always
delicious.
Make a lot.
You got to make a lot when you're making cocktail sauce. So what's the first part?
So the first part is chili sauce that I use the end of the bottle. So we're looking at a 1/4 cup-ish. Thank you.
Got it.
I'm not licking my fingers. I promise. It's my kitchen, so if I am, nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Just us.
Plain old ordinary ketchup.
We use Hunt's, but
I use Hunt's Natural because it's mild. Oddly enough, as much as I like vinegar, I don't like vinegary ketchup.
I don't like ketchup, period. So, how much ketchup are we using?
About the same amount, a little bit less.
So almost 50-50.
Almost, but I go a little bit less on the ketchup because I like the heat from the other better.
The wonderfulness.
Yes.
This is my favorite part right here.
So to this, we are going to add a tablespoon as soon as I find another one because I've dirtied all of them so far.
Just a tablespoon?
Nope. We're going to add... Ooh, that one almost didn't fit. We like spicy, so we're going to add at least 2 tablespoons of prepared horseradish.
God, that smells good all the way from over here.
Right? We're going to add...
lemon juice, fresh squeezed.
Couple wedges of fresh lemon juice. So that'd be about a teaspoon probably.
And it's fresh squeezed. This is one of the few things that you will see us fresh squeeze lemons
for. Then I'm going to put them in my...
Most of what we do is out of a bottle, lemon juice.
Yeah, because it's just easier.
It's easier, and for most things, you really can't tell the difference.
Would you check that venison for me, please?
Yeah. Oh, look at that. I think it might be done.
It's done, yeah. We're going to... Hang on. Let's leave the lid off. Hang on. We're fixing the venison sauce because it's caramelizing. Garlic. Sometimes I add garlic. Want garlic in it or no? No. Yeah. That's kind of against the recipe.
That's against the recipe.
And all of that gets stirred together,
mixed
and
in.
Might be way more than we need. It might not be.
It lasts for a little bit. You know what I used to do when I was a kid?
All right, you can turn it back on that if you want, so they can.
So this is a holiday thing. We didn't have shrimp cocktail with it when I was growing up. We had oysters, raw oysters, and club crackers.
Hey, listen, Mitch.
So raw oysters, club crackers, and cocktail sauce at the holidays at my great aunt and uncle's house. That's where it's where we had the Davis family.
Yeah.
So as a kid, because I thought raw oysters, look like boogers. Big boogers, by the way. I would just have cocktail sauce on crackers.
I've been known to do that myself in my 40s.
And I would have like a lot of cocktail sauce and crackers. Like half a sleeve of club crackers. And I would be told to keep the heck out of it because I was eating all of it before anybody else could eat any of it.
I think it's there.
No, it's there.
It's there. Yep.
Oh.
That's it. That brings back a memory or two. So if you would get me an ice cube, I'll just do one of these for the group. And then we'll show them. So I have these cute little, of course I do. Like 2. I don't need a whole lot. Okay. These cute little shrimp cocktail glasses. That I can't talk about and scoop at the same time clearly.
No, nobody can see that. So let me go back over to action cam.
I'm going to bring, okay. I was going to bring it back.
Well, I can show it on action cam real quick. And there you go. They can meet, and I can't really see it. They can see the visual of it.
Would you grab the shrimp out of the refrigerator?
Shrimpers in the fridge?
Yeah, while I cut this other lemon up.
Oh, I see them now.
And we'll talk about how we cooked the shrimp because I did it early. You want to cook the shrimp and let it cool down, like chill. Chill.
Oh, it'll smell good.
And when I do shrimp cocktail, I don't do anything like major. I boil the shrimp in some.
I can't see that. I'll have to turn the camera.
Oh, I'll bring it back.
Well, just do that. See, look.
Okay. Anyway, I boil the shrimp in.
Oh yeah, oysters are delicious now. I love oysters now.
Oh, I do too, but not when I was a kid.
When I was, 6, 7 years old, oysters and I
didn't get along. These are like 16 count babies.
15 to 20, if I remember correctly.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, they're the good size shrimp.
I always go on odd numbers too, but there's enough here that everybody can have 7.
That's good.
7 shrimps.
Shrimp cocktails for everybody. So you're going to show that one off to everybody?
I'm going to show that one off because I love these little. I'll show it off and then I'll show you how the little glasses work if you didn't catch it. I've had these forever and I don't use them very frequently. I'm going to drip everywhere. Mm-hmm. So, easy peasy.
Oh, that's good stuff.
So, and you can buy already cooked and peeled and whatever shrimp and use it. Or you can do your own. Leave the tail on and remove the rest of it. Yeah, thanks. But there's appetizer.
Yep. There's our appetizer. We have our main
What
course.
are you eating, Sugar?
And we have our
something.
Taters. Probably hairball.
Probably. But these are just 2 pieces. And you put a little bit of ice and water in the bottom to keep everything cold. And you put your sauce here. And
you line your shrimp around it.
So everything's.
Put that over there somewhere. Huh?
I probably won't even use these 2 because nobody's going to care when we eat.
I won't care. I just want a big old bowl of sauce and shrimp. And that's it.
So I'm just going to use. Oh, here, I'll give you a fancy plate. How's that?
I would love a fancy plate.
It's not really fancy.
You give me the blue one?
Let me give you a blue plate because it'll show up better, I believe. So here is. I'm losing things, folks.
There's the tongs.
You get a whole one because you'll eat it.
Yes, because I'll eat the whole one.
And
mashed taters.
Yeah. These. Now, when you use gold potatoes, guys, they're not going to like fluff up and be the perfect scoop and whatever, but they are creamy.
But they're gonna taste delicious.
And you have to have gravy sauce.
I'm getting there.
And I know you're not much of a sauce person, but
I like it. That looks good to me.
And there it is. And it's, you know what? It's simple.
Here, we'll show them on the stove cam.
Super simple. And you could put a green salad or a vegetable with it and be happy.
Or you can be like me and meat and taters and be extremely
happy.
satisfied.
And there you have it.
Look at that. Taters. Meat.
I'm tempted to cut into that so they can see it, but
Nope.
You want to cook venison, especially a loin like this, to, I personally wouldn't do beyond medium rare because it'd get real tough and grainy.
Yeah.
So, and that's part of why it doesn't take so long. That and they're little. Well, that was a little deer too, so it was even littler.
That one was a small deer.
So, any other questions? Let's see. Anyone else related to Beetlejuice? Yeah. Let's see. Horseradish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello,
Sorry.
Jill. That's okay.
Sorry, I was trying to get to the shrimp and the cocktail
So that
sauce.
is that's the Hoof and Tail episode, folks. And what was the name of our drink? See, he's already eaten that. Can you see what he's doing over here?
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
It is bourbon sweet tea.
Oh, no, I was poking fun that you're in the cocktail sauce. This is why I made it last. We need it all. You got it all?
Wow.
All right. So when you eat shrimp cocktail, pinch the tail and pull it off, and you'll get all the meat out of the last little bit of shell that's there.
This needs club crackers.
I don't have any club crackers. I'm sorry. All I have are Ritz.
Man, those are good.
So
that sauce just brings me back to my childhood.
Mm-hmm. It brings me back to my late 20s.
When you met me?
When I met you. No, I met you
yeah.
long before that, but when I first had the opportunity to eat it, I guess maybe mid-20s.
Yeah, mid-20s.
A few years, just a couple.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's all we have. I don't know. Next Thursday's Thanksgiving.
What do you guys want us to start? So we were talking. Do you want us to go live? We won't be cooking.
No.
Live. We might be eating live.
We could eat live. That might
be. We could show off the dinner plate.
The empty dinner plate.
Yeah, we could be eating some pumpkin pie or some pecan pie.
Or we could talk about leftovers, what to do with all the leftovers you have left. So we're debating going live next Thursday night or not. So what do you think? Let us know.
We really need to know the opinion of one person specifically.
Yeah, you know who you are, Mother.
Because
it might be at her house when we do it.
Might be at her place. I'm getting some more of this left. What?
This.
Yeah, we got lots left.
All right.
I need some more. That's what I was just doing, is getting some more.
Oh, goodness. All right, guys. That's it for us. We're going to go eat.
And drink.
Find our child who's,
and be married.
Sure,
we're going to eat, drink, and be married.
Up in the bedroom talking to her friends. Teenagers.
Right? Imagine that.
I know.
Here. Come here.
Oh, thank you.
We got to.
One more.
One jigger. Jigger.
It's pretty good stuff.
It is.
All right. On that note, we will probably see you next week, but stay tuned. We'll figure that part out.
We'll let you know.
You guys have a good night and a good weekend and a good week, and we'll see you later.
Good luck to any hunters.
Absolutely.
Stay safe.